What's really wrong with me is I'm head over heels for you in every way, and I'm stuck thinking about you every single day. I'm catching feelings like butterflies in a net, and you're playing hard to get. I'm head over heels for you in every way, and I'm stuck thinking about you every single day. I'm catching feelings like butterflies in a net, and you're playing hard to get.
What's up, my gamers? That's a gamer with a hard R. We can say it that way. Anyone else, if you're not a gamer, you can say gamer, okay? What's up, Preston? Meow. James Hurley. Good to have you guys all here. Late and gay. I'll give you that one. I was like 15 minutes late today. I do remember Activision doing a GoldenEye remake. I didn't play it, but that's because I've never watched a James Bond movie, so I have no affinity for it. Spilled beer on my cracked phone. All my accounts are linked to. Thank God it works. Oh, man. I've dropped my phone in like a piss-filled toilet before. Dark times. I just published a very, very long, I realized it was way longer than most people bother, a very long review of Legacy of Kain Defiance on Backlogged. So, you should all read that later. It was an interesting game, but I wouldn't call it a fun one. Best Sonic Boy Evan. Oh, there he is. There's Evan. You ask, speak of the Evan, and he shall appear. And so he has. And now we're going to play more Sonic CD. Wow. I hope you guys are excited. I dropped my iPod in the toilet at the school dance. I sucked the water out. Well, I hope that was I hope it was a toilet in the girls' bathroom at least. Alright, we're starting off with one of my favorite levels in the whole series. Look, it's a Foyd. Get her away. I'm late. I'm so sorry I'm late, brother. Here to suffer? Suffer what? Kino? I can't wait for them to do a movie adaptation of this next year. I don't think Collision Chaos is going to be in the movie, though. That would be cool as fuck. But, It might melt the Goyim's brain to have these visuals in a film. Yeah, what job are you working that you're working on Sundays? Days off Tuesday. Oh, you know what? My brother has a job that has him working Sundays too, so... And he has those exact days off, so that... Are you my brother? Is my brother going under the alias Sebastian Howard online? I don't know if he's smart enough to come up with something like that, but it's possible. We'll see if I can find the robot generator, but it's not looking good. I always have a hard time finding my way around this stage because it's just gigantic and weird. At least we can go back in time. Days off are typically Monday. I have to work a regular old 9 to 5. I'm off Saturday and Sunday. No! Oh, and I didn't get my rings. Fuck me. Let me just make sure the audio is loud enough. I know you guys really need to hear Sonic's like piercing jump sound. All right, it seems fine. It seems okay. This jump sound they've never used in any other game except Knuckles Chaotix. For some reason. I like working on Sunday. My job sort of starts and ends early, and I get off when the stores are finally open. I mean, when I worked retail, we would get off of work at like 6 on Sundays. It was nice. But now I work a job that actually matters, so I can't do that. I'm really, like, blowing at this stage. No, I actually died. I actually died in Sonic CD. Sonic Sneedy. Oh my god. 7 to 3:30. I'm looking to change my hours soon, but we have, I've mentioned this before. I have some high-profile issues I would like resolved before I change my hours permanently. It'd be like that sometimes, though. I'm struggling to get a single ring. There we go. If you get high enough in this stage, for some reason, the background mirrors in on itself. It's very... It's another element of why this stage has always stuck with me, because it's so bizarre to look at. Well, that was a botch job. We ain't getting a good future here. Yeah, he got through Zone 1. That's all he did, though. Old people at work sadly like me, so I have to work every single old person discount Tuesday. I get it, I get it. I do miss seeing customers and interacting with people on a daily basis. That's the downside of working from home. A lot of people who work from home don't seem to enjoy... I'm more of an introvert myself, but I do kind of miss speaking with strangers on a daily basis. I'm probably the only person on Earth who's ever said that, but it's true. The DSP files. We've got, who's listed in the DSP files? John Rambo? Whatever happened to that guy? Does he do anything anymore? I don't think so. Live out in the sticks and I'm a shut-in, so my job is sort of me forcing myself not to be isolated. Yeah, that's why I walk to the gym a lot of the time, because otherwise I would just never leave the house. What's up, perp? We're doing a pretty shit job so far. Sad to say. Like I said, Sonic CD, as much as I love this game and I've played it a million times, I am not particularly good at Sonic CD of all games. I'm great. I'm great at Sonic 2, which is ironic because that's my least favorite classic Sonic game. Service industry, do you really speak with strangers on a daily basis, or do you speak with customers? I mean, we had one guy when I managed literal like a burger restaurant, and we had this one guy who would come in, and he was just like a nice guy, and he liked talking to us, and He was in the Marines, I think, and he gave us like his like they give you like a coin when you're in the military, and he just gave it to us because he liked us and he liked talking to us every day. So I miss stuff like that. My audio is... I think my capture card is going because it was blinking on and off earlier, so we're in some dire straits. It's fine. My capture card is $20. I'll get a replacement. It's a cheap piece of shit. Why are my physics all fucking up? When I'm talking to people at my job, it's coworkers and customers. Never much actual talking, so much more fixing and solving. What are you, an IT guy? Because that would make sense, because IT guys at my old job did not like talking to anyone. And I don't blame them, because some of the people at that job were dumb as fuck. So I could understand their trepidation when I reached out to them with an issue, and their first response was, did you turn it off and back on again? Which I usually did. Imagine marathoning Sonic with 3 hits of acid. Oh, that'd be great. See, one of the reasons I love Knuckles Chaotix, because no one seems to get my love of Knuckles Chaotix, is every stage in that game looks like Collision Chaos. No! You piece of shit platform! You fucked me up! Yeah, let's go back to the past to play the awesome Sonic games that kick ass. Even when you do try to talk, you actually get, no, I've never heard of that. I was too busy sports, gambling, watching Disney+. Yeah, I know, I've met one guy in all of my jobs who I still communicate outside of work. Like, he's still working at my old job. He's just someone that, like, I talk to about video games, and he's coming to my wedding, so, you know, it is hard, and I also met my fiance at work, so, I guess I'm just good at networking. Go figure, the most annoying person I ever had to deal with at my previous job was an Indian woman. I work customer service, I just zone everyone out and listen to YouTube in an AirPod. Yeah, I used to do that too. Look at this cocky motherfucker. Look at this cocky teenage Latina. It was I didn't have any issues with our IT guys when I worked there, except for when the main IT guy left and then the other IT guy didn't really understand the software, but they put him in charge. So, he just got like a really big ego. He became like a huge asshole. He was way nicer when he wasn't in charge. This boss is like, I think I ran out the clock on this one when I was a kid because I couldn't figure it out. The bosses in this game are really strange by Sonic game standards. Most of them are not even like robots. They're just like weird contraptions. I remember Kieran was playing this and he was getting pissed off when I made him stream it. First Light looks kind of fun. What is that? Is that like a new... I have no idea what that is. Is that some Ubi slop? First Light is going to be a movie game. I know they just released like a new like Dark Pictures anthology game, and that looked fucking cringe. You're like a black lady in space, which is like, come on now, come on now. I thought it was a science fiction game, not fantasy. Oh, 007 First Light, right? Yeah, that just kind of looks like an Uncharted like. But you know, in the absence of Uncharted games, that's gonna make it fairly unique. Is this the real music? Yes, I haven't changed the music. This is the US soundtrack, which I love. But the soundtrack is also a contributing factor to why this game always stuck in my mind as a kid, because it's so weird. Technically, Uncharted was just ripping off 007 Everything or Nothing. Well, technically, it was just taking Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time's gameplay and streamlining it. And putting guns in it. What possessed Spencer Nilsson put these weird vocals in the music? I would love to talk to Spencer Nilsson. He's got to be one of my favorite Sonic composers because he's certifiably insane. Uncharted is fun until you realize the only new thing in every game was the graphics. Yes, it's kind of got a very segmented. I think Yahtzee did a good video. He called it a ghost train ride, explaining how AAA games kind of pace themselves in a very deliberate way to keep your attention from start to finish, but they don't really offer much in the way of replay value. That's why, even though he's kind of cringe, he does have some good takes from time to time. I haven't completely disavowed him like Jim Sterling. Technically all suck because they're not GoldenEye or Nightfire with modern graphics. I mean, who needs any 007 games when you have Perfect Dark Zero anyway? Which I should play again, because I love that game. I'm gonna have to do like a list of like my favorite first-person shooters, and Perfect Dark Zero is gonna be in it. Alright, we got a special stage, let's do it! I replayed 1 through 3 multiple times over the years. Too bad Maverick's not in the chat. She's like a super giga Uncharted head. I played the first one and I played the third one. I played part of the second one. I got to the part where you have to do like a stealth segment in like some palace. Like, this shit's fucking annoying, and I just stopped playing it. And I don't like what's her face, that Australian woman, and she voices one of the main characters. So I was just like, nah, I don't want to play this. I don't remember her name. The Australian woman who gets ripped in half in Pitch Black. Claudia Black, that's it. We're doing pretty good. GoldenEye Rogue Agent, that's one I want to play, because that's just such like a weird idea. Either way, there's no new games in that Perfect Dark Zero genre. True. Sad to say it, but it's true. I love Perfect Dark Zero so much. I'm glad it's still playable for the most part on modern hardware. Thanks to Rare Replay. Doing a video on it right now. I love GoldenEye Rogue Agent. I know it's about, like, James Bond literally dies and you play as a guy who has an actual golden eye. Which is just, like, a weird premise, but, you know, if it makes for a fun game, I can't complain about it. I've mentioned this before, but I'm just not a big fan of, like, spy fiction. So, that's why, like, I've never been into, like, James Bond. Give me a bubble. Bonda only dies in a simulation, but yeah, true. Ever eat peanut butter cake tasty cake? I've never eaten a tasty cake in my life. That's like a weird New Jersey thing. We don't really have them here in New York. Because it's not realistic or because it's British people? I don't know. I just don't find, like, the concept that interesting. If, like, the closest to, like, a spy game that I really like is, Alpha Protocol, and that's really more just, like, a stealth RPG. I still prefer, like, the setting of Mass Effect. It's a PA... Okay, yeah. I did see tasty cakes when I was in Philadelphia, but I didn't get any because I don't really eat sweets anymore. I've been eating a lot of cake this week, because my birthday recently passed. So, I have multiple pastries all over the place. And that is probably the worst food I've been eating in the past, like, several months, because I try to eat very healthy. Except for Spam. Nothing will stop me from consuming the goy slop that is Spam. How do I feel about Tom Clancy? Because I consider the book spy fiction. I have never read a Tom Clancy novel. Supposedly he's like the GOAT at it. I just never read one. I would probably read like The Hunt for Red October or something. East Coast, the fattest food ever. It's true. It's true. I want to try Spam with like dippy eggs. Spam and eggs is good. I usually make like myself a Spam and egg sandwich. My mom actually got me a Spam like variety pack with like 6 different flavors of Spam included. Including the fabled tocino flavor, which I had years ago, but I haven't been able to find it since. Well, speaking of Evan mentioning villain power fantasies, we need more of those. We need like a Prototype 3. I need another game where I can just run around in the street and rip people in half. Nothing better than a perfect dippy egg sandwich, and it only breaks that first bite. I usually make my eggs pretty like... I usually cook them over hard just because I don't like cleaning up after myself. And I want to get as much of the protein as possible. I hope we make it to some of the later special stages, because the aesthetics of those backgrounds gets fucking wild. This looks like the Babylon Garden from Sonic Riders. Remember that, chat? Remember when we streamed those games? We should play those again. You don't gotta tell me twice, but during the Stone Age. Alright, these two fuckers are gonna be a pain in the ass. It's always when you're down to the last one that it's like, ugh. You're gonna be doing a lot of laps and going for, like, the time bonuses a lot, because... They just zip right out of your way. I gotta try not to hit any water. Oops. No! I slid past him! Uh-oh. Alright, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Alright, we got a nice big time bonus. We could do this all day. Nice. Can't believe the Bible ripped off Sonic. I always think of that DeviantArt fan art of like some kid made in like MS Paint of like Knuckles praying, and I'm like, it's funny, but it is also very sincere, so I like it. I haven't even beat Prototype 1 is actually, as fun as it is a really fucking hard game. Prototype 2 is way easier. And the city in Prototype 2 sucks, and Heller's not as likable as Alex Mercer. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's black, he's just not likable. He's just, his dialogue is really bad, his voice actor is really, like, corny. My Sonic fan media is Nazo. I remember Nazo. That was like a Sonic X thing based on like a throwaway like animation in a trailer or something, right? What the hell is Wacky Wheels? Is it any relation to Wacky Races? Look how Eggman like put his face all over these ancient ruins. Based, honestly. Do not return it to the natives. I don't think anyone lives on Little Planet anyway. I don't know why I'm bothering to get all these rings. It's not like you can get a special stage in Act 3. If I'm going with Sonic fan media, it is the Triple Trouble, remake, and Sonic Robo Blast 2, and Sonic Mega Mix. Those are great games. I love Sonic fans. They're as annoying and cringe as they can be. They're also the most industrious and, like, powerful fan base. This is such a bizarre boss, too. It's just like, I have bubbles! I will help you not drown, Sonic, but I will also shoot tiny lasers at you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fucker. Robitussin boss. I remember watching Haruhi for free on YouTube in full the same time Nazo was around. I've never watched Haruhi. I should watch it just for like the 2000s nostalgia factor. I don't know if I'd actually like it. Eggman would have won this fight if he simply didn't have any air bubbles and stayed in the corner. There's another. Oh, the boss fight for this stage, Eggman just kills himself. But there are several bosses in this game where Eggman is just like, you know, if I didn't construct this shoddy piece of shit machinery, I probably wouldn't lose this fight. Yeah, let's go back to the past. Let's do it! Let's do it! Let's do it! Keep going! Keep going! Yes! And I passed the robot machine. I gotta get it. Oh yeah, here's a weird thing. For some reason, the past music is always the Japanese soundtrack. For some reason, Spencer Nilsson did not do music for the past versions of the stages. I have no idea why. He either doesn't have a 300 IQ or he is a masochist. Well, you know, it's like when you like, the best laid plans of eggs and men, you know? Like, I go to the grocery store, I make a whole list, and I'm like, I've got everything I need. I know exactly what I need. There's no way we're gonna forget anything. Lo and behold, I get home and I'm like, fuck, I needed coffee filters. So, even a 300 IQ individual like Eggman probably makes mistakes. Like in Sonic, which one was it? I don't know. He likes to tell people his plans a lot, which is, you know, that's just hubris. Let's see if we get more rings before we get to the end of the stage. If I get hit, I'm gonna... Well, I won't scream, but I won't be happy either. Nothing worse than going to the store and forgetting bread. A stick of bread, a loaf of butter. Just need 3 more. Fuck you. I'm not going to the future. Right, let's get out of here. Maybe I will go to the future. Did I make a good future? I sure did. I sure as heck made a good future. Alright. See, look at this. It looks like you're at, like, the Tyrell building in Blade Runner. It's badass. I want to live in the Sonic CD special stage. Although there's no buildings around here, and it's just like a flat asphalt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm looking forward to having Memorial Day off. I don't have a lot of days off. My job doesn't give me a lot of federal holidays. So this is one of the few. I'm very excited because we're doing all our chores today, and then tomorrow we just get to do nothing. We get to be big, fat, lazy homebodies. I can't wait. Maybe I'll make some progress on Foundation and Empire, which fucking sucks. I hate it. I'm never reading Isaac Asimov again. I saw the chat move. I'm trying not to die by running in water. No! How's it going, Metal Sonic 94? We will not be redoing... I've mentioned this last stream. We're not doing any... retrying anything. Because that's cringe. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up. And that's it. We're not cheating. Always happy to see another Sonic head in the chat. And the Metal Sonic account. Perfect game to show up for. So we're already on track for me to not get the good ending. Because I'm not that good at this game. This game eludes my skill well into adulthood. And that's why I love it. Maybe if I zoom along this conveyor belt, I can go back in time to another world. No. Oh, at least I didn't lose it. Whew! No, I don't want that future sign. Fuck that. Shit. Well, if we get 50 rings, we could get another shot at the special stage at least. So how about that ending for The Boys, huh? I didn't see it. I haven't watched The Boys since Season 1. I'm really glad I didn't. I just had a feeling. That's like just how all TV is now. It's like every... No creative in Hollywood is capable of sticking the landing anymore. And they self-sabotage at this point. Such a waste. Such a waste of everyone's time and money and effort and talent, and you're just throwing it away. I'll probably watch Devil May Cry Season 2. I know nobody likes it, but I didn't hate the first season. I know it's verboten to say, but I don't know. I'm not that big of a Devil May Cry fan that it really, like, affects me if it's not that good. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any points in this game where you can fall to your death. There probably is. I'm probably misspeaking, but it just seems exceedingly rare in this one. Imagine caring about DMC lore. Look, like, they haven't brought back what's-her-name, the red-haired girl from DMC2 in the games. And it's been, like, 20 years. Who gives a shit? Uh-oh. Don't let Kurt Eichenwald see this. He's gonna crash out and foam at the mouth while jerking it to hentai. Yeah, when you lose a special stage in this one, it'll cycle through all the ones that are left. They don't just make you redo the one that you fucked up over and over again like they do in Sonic 2. Oopsie. Lucia. I was gonna say Sophia, and I don't know why I thought it was that. Well, like, I just finished Legacy of Kain Defiance, and, like, even if, you know, I wasn't the biggest fan of that game, I was like, you know, at least I like the characters and the story is pretty good. It's like, I don't really care about the story of Devil May Cry games, except for maybe, like, Devil May Cry 3? Because it's just Virgil being a badass, Virgil being a Sigma male, while Soy Dante is just, like, an annoying spurg for, like, 10 hours. Where's the time bonus UFO? I need it. I need it! Or I can get this guy. Shit. We're not gonna make it. There it is. No! Had to deal with that doll again. Man, I'm so mad that I missed out on that new Metal Sonic figure. Of course the fucking scalpers got it. That and the GameStop exclusive Tails doll. I was so excited for that. It's rough out there being a Sonic fan with disposable income. I literally want to give Sega my money. But, dickheads 40-year-old, 50-year-old dickheads who just scoop up everything and resell it on eBay gotta ruin it for all of us. Virgil is the only cool character. Everyone else is a GAT plot device. I mean, DMC4 Special Edition was pretty cool, the way you could play as so many characters, and then DMC5 didn't bring back Lady and Trish as playable characters. It's just like, what a piece of crap. I don't understand the love for DMC5. The fact that I can't spend 0 time playing as V is a tragedy. Okay, here we go. Eggman's greatest device yet. It's a treadmill. That's it. I'm mad too. I was ready to drop 50. Yeah, I'm not. It's like $200 on eBay now. I'm not dropping $200 on it. Those scalpers can go fuck themselves. I was gonna buy it. It's like I was looking it up on Amazon. Like maybe I could pre-order it. No. Of course Amazon doesn't allow pre-orders because we have to make sure that scalpers get their hands on things. Jack Specific really needs to do like some sort of like pre-order method or something because it's like it's out of hand. Like between Pokemon cards and Sonic figures and everything, it's like we just need to start scalping the scalpers. There's the GameStop near me. I'm unironically kind of seething. That sucks. The GameStop near me, because I tweeted about it earlier today. When I first moved up here in 2022, it had a really good staff, and I really liked them, and they were really friendly, and they were really knowledgeable, and they engaged with the customers a lot. But I assume their pre-order numbers or some bullshit were low because they laid off all the staff and replaced them with a bunch of fucking like fat slobs who do nothing to maintain the store. And they barely speak to the customers. They barely do anything. It sucks because like a good GameStop is great. And GameStop does a lot of the time have decent prices, usually better prices for stuff than you can get online. But the general malaise of their employees really makes me not want to go there. I go to a local game store a lot of the time that is run by a man who resembles a caveman, and he does not like talking to people, but he like you can kind of like get him out of his shell a bit and get him to chat a bit, whereas like GameStop employees just don't want to talk to you. They have all their friends hanging over the counter and not doing anything. It's annoying as fuck trying to shop at GameStop. Remember GameStop? Oh, and remember Blockbuster? I mean, GameStop still exists. Like, there's no reason for Blockbuster to come back. To what end are we renting physical media at this point? Just go to a Goodwill and buy whatever movie you want on DVD for like $1. It's probably cheaper than renting it. Except no, I don't think most normies have DVD players anymore. My car died and I finally have one again 4 months later. That sucks. My fiance's car is on its way out. It's at like 140 miles, and it's like, it's burning oil and everything. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. My car is, I got it in like 2020. It's at like 50,000 miles now. It's gonna last me, it's gonna last me a while. Fuck! I just don't want to go, no! This workbench is too wacky. My collision's too chaotic. My workbench too wacky. Are you all ready for Sonic 4? I can't wait for Sonic 4. I was discussing this with my fiance yesterday. We were talking about what movies are we even excited for that are coming out. And I was like, Sonic 4. And that's it. I don't care about... Oh, well, that's not true. I'm gonna go see Resident Evil. I don't care if people don't like it, or like what they're seeing about it. Like, I like Zach Krager as a director. I don't really care if it has Resident Evil in the name, but I will watch a movie that he makes because he's a good director. And he's a goated white boy. Like, we gotta support our oomphs out there. I have a DVD player. It's called the PS3. Yeah, and if you have a PS5, which I'm pretty sure normies do have some of those, you can still watch DVDs on that. That's how I plan on watching Aeon Flux, because I got a DVD of it, because it's not streaming anywhere. And I want to watch it. The show, not the movie. I'll watch the movie after, even though the movie is supposedly really bad. Apparently Peter Chung was embarrassed by it. Not a fan of these wacky workbenches, if I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't remember if it's Act 1 or 2 with the angel statue. Some rings over there. Let me grab them. Oh, more rings. Yummy. More rings? So many rings. Yeah, GameStop, not GameStop, Blockbuster nostalgia is so weird to me. I don't get it. Go to a library. If you don't want to own the movies that you're picking out, just go to a library. It's actually free to get movies at the library. You don't have to pay any money, and the only thing they're gonna do is tell you to not make a bunch of noise while you're looking for movies. And I do think physical media is gonna make a comeback, because streaming services are getting so out of pocket with how much they're charging people, there's just no way. People aren't gonna stand for it much longer. Like, Netflix wants you to pay for it and still have ads now. And then you don't even have access to all the shows. I don't pay for any streaming services. Actually, that's not true. I pay for Spotify, and that's it. I think my fiance covers most of the streaming services because I could live the rest of my life without ever watching a TV show again. I don't care. I play video games. And I watch movies sometimes. And I will go to weird lengths to see the movies I want to watch. Doesn't mean I want to pay for a continuous access to a streaming service to do so. No! No! Oh, we're not getting that special stage. That was a long one. I just not doing really well. You're supposed to stay close to the ground in Wacky Workbench, and I was bouncing all over the place. On to Act 2. The music slapped on that. I love Wacky Workbench's music. Yeah, it's great. That's why growing up and like being a Sonic fan, like there was so much you knew like the OG like anime weeb types, because whenever Sonic CD was a subject of discussion, it was always like, no, the Japanese soundtrack is way better. It's like, listen, the Japanese soundtrack, it just sounds like Japanese music. It doesn't sound like good music for a Sonic game or anything. It just sounds like a bunch of like coked out Japanese people are going fucking crazy. Here's a Japanese track. The Japanese Sonic CD soundtrack pales in comparison to Knuckles Chaotix. Am I done with Metroid yet? No. I don't believe so. I think we've got a bit more to go. And then it's turning point time. The Liberty will fall. But a promise is a promise. We will be playing Turning Point after Metroid. Unlike Darkside Phil, I will not welch on my chat's donations. They pay me to play the sloppiest of the slop, and so I shall provide. Against my will. I'm actually kind of like in a twisted way looking forward to it. I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't played that game since, like, it came out. I think I mentioned this before. My dad bought it because he thought he saw the trailer and there were boats in it. And my dad was in the Navy, so he thought it was cool. He never actually played the game. He just bought it because there were boats in the trailer, and he told us to play it. And it was fucking terrible. Well, then he also bought this other game called Battle Stations Midway, which was a much cooler idea because it was like a real-time strategy game, but it also let you take direct control of some of the troops. So, like, you could fly a plane or you could pilot a battleship, and he thought that was really cool. So that I understood more than fucking Turning Point. He just saw boats in the trailer and bought it. Which is a very wholesome dad thing to do. I can't blame him for he has like a select few interests, one of which is boats, one of which is naval vessels. So, and he's not a gamer, so he doesn't really like know what he's getting into when he buys these things. Oh man, I remember this one being a pain in the ass. What's up to... Is Metallic Madness after Wacky Workbench? Are we already at the end of the game? Pretty much? I really hate the Sonic Mania version of the Metallic Madness music. It's so fucking annoying. That's one of my big qualms with Sonic Mania, is T-Lopes' remixes of a lot of the songs are worse than the original versions. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! Oh, it's over. It's over, chat. We're not making it. There's no way. Oh my gosh, there is a way. Or there's a will, there's a way. Boat Kino, I've never, like... I think I tried playing, like... I don't fuck with real-time strategy games. I'm not smart enough for them. I played Halo Wars when it was new. And I could beat the first stage, because the first stage is like a tutorial stage for dum-dums. And then I couldn't beat the second stage. I did play, I guess Brutal Legend is technically a real-time strategy game, but like you have to be like brain damaged not to be able to do that one. It is Jover. We're not getting the good ending of Sonic CD. It's okay. I have the strength to forgive myself. I'll have to. That's a good thing, Evan. You know why? Because that means we have to do a redemption run at some point. That means we'll have to play it again on stream. Sonic Sunday will be forever. It will never end. We will run past a past signpost and play a previous game on Sonic Sunday. And I'm perfectly content with that. Alright, we're at another weird-ass fucking boss. Yeah, as a kid, these bosses really, like, confused the shit out of me. There's so many better series. That's just simply not true, Evan. That's just simply false. You're lying. You're spreading falsehoods about the greatest game franchise ever made. I will not tolerate it. Eggman! He's dead. Look at him go. Maybe one day we'll do Super Metroid too. Someone was in the chat asking me to stream Super Metroid once, and I'm like, I could do it. Okay, Stardust... Oh, I totally forgot about Stardust Speedway. I don't think there's enough time for us to get all the emeralds. Like, I'd have to... Maybe if I get 50 rings in every act and don't fuck it up, we can get all the... not the emeralds. I'm sorry. The time stones. We wouldn't possibly want to misname which gemeralds we're getting in a specific Sonic game. Oh no! I don't want to go to the future. Take me back. Return. Remember what they took from me. Yeah, Spencer Nilsson soundtrack is better again. I mean, the Stardust Speedway has okay music in the Japanese soundtrack, but it's not this good. Yeah, take me back. The gym rules. Yeah, that's how Knuckles got swole for Sonic Boom. Remember Sonic Boom? Sega's already forgotten it. Yeah, we're probably just gonna have to binge the classic Sonic games, aren't we? Do we include Sonic 4 in that, though? Sonic 4 is, like, universally maligned. It's not even that bad. It's just, like, if you distill the essence of a classic Sonic game down to pure mid, that's what Sonic 4 is. It has, like, a couple of good tracks in the soundtrack. But for the most part, it's kind of a bummer to play Sonic 4. Oh no! I can't backtrack. I was gonna get more rings. I guess, guys, there's just no way. There's no way we're getting the good ending. I don't have enough ring-a-lings in my ding-a-ling. I love Stardust Speedway. It looks so cool. Okay, we got Act 2. This stage is probably one of the most, like... I mean, even in the AV Gen's video, he's like, what the fuck is this? Because navigating this stage is like a nightmare. Alright, we're going back to the past. Let's get some... see if we can get some momentum going. Chat, let's get some momentum. Let's get some support. Alright, we're in the past. Let's see if we can go back to that robot machine. We're not gonna get the good future anyway, because we fucked it up on Act 1, but... I gotta do what I gotta do, you know? No! Stop trying to send me bouncing around the timeline like this is fucking Legacy of Kain Defiance. Let me get some more momentum. Wait, I forgot you could do the super peel out in this game. I think this is the only game that does that, though. Bro, what if I wanted to break? What do you mean? Alright, we're going back. We're successfully going back. There it is. Okay, let's try to get some ring-a-rolls, and hopefully we can get enough to finish the stage and go to the special stage. I'm not giving up hope just because the odds are not in my favor. Yeah, get back to the Spencer Nilsson music. Get back to the good shit. What's up, Robot-y commenter? Happy to have you in the chat while I blunder my way around Sonic CD. Bub Bunny. I don't want to go back in time. I don't want to do it. I just want rings. Alright, well, it looks like we're going back in time whether I want to or not. Give me more rings. Give me more! Why is it like a big little, like, cathedral? Christianity confirmed in Sonic yet again. We got a cathedral in Sonic CD, and Vector it believes in God, so... Sonic is a Christ-filled video game. Oh my god, you're quoting, fucking 30 Seconds to Mars. I ain't gonna lie, I have that. I have the Beautiful Lie album on a CD. It was a banger. This is why Jared Leto should be in all movies, because he made one really good 30 Seconds to Mars album. I don't give a fuck about Master of the Universe, because I'm not 500 years old. But I would watch it purely on the basis of seeing Jared Leto as Skeletor. Yeah, I know, it's pretty weird. Like, usually chat's a lot faster, but what can you do? It's a slow day today. I think everyone's getting ready for a nice Memorial Day cookout, which we're not doing here in New York because it has been pouring rain for like 3 days straight, and it's supposedly just going to keep going. So we'll just have to, I don't know, stay inside. I'll stay inside and eat Spam as I would do whether or not it was raining. So, no skin off my ass. I'll play some video games. I'll play System Shock 2. Because I got the System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster. And I'm having a good time with it, even though that game is kind of like raping me. It's really fucking hard. I've never played it before. It's like supposed to be like a horror classic, and then there's psychic monkeys running around. Like, okay, thanks, Ken Levine. Worth every penny. Actually, it's a fun story how I got it. So I'm a notorious opponent of limited run games because they're the worst company ever. But because I had a nice experience with their customer service with my previous order from them, I was like, okay, they're doing the System Shock remaster. Let's see how it goes. So I put some money down on it, and then like a month later, they tell me, yeah, your pre-order's not coming out until we're delaying your pre-order by like 5 months. So I said, okay, I'll get my refund then. And then shortly after that, another company called Clear River Games in Europe was distributing the 25th Anniversary Remaster to the UK. And I mean, they would ship to the US too. You just had to pay extra for shipping, but like with the extra pay for shipping, it was still the same price as the limited run games version, and it came like within a month of me ordering it. It didn't take them an entire year to ship a game that already exists. They just have to put it on a fucking cartridge and in a box. The Japanese version of Sonic Battle, Sonic literally says Jesus Christ. I should play Sonic the Fighters again. As far as like classic Sonic games go, that's one of the ones that I've touched the least, just because I don't like fighting games. Oh yeah, great. Play cool shit off stream. Look, that is a very, like, meditative, slow-paced experience. Alright, I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked here. So, it requires me to be at peace, be alone, and think about what I'm doing, because I keep getting fucking killed by weird mutants. But I have other stuff I'm planning to stream. Don't worry, Evan. You not liking Sonic doesn't mean it's not the best game series ever. I can't help you, I'm afraid. And besides, we're doing Turning Point probably in 2 weeks after Metroid Other M, which is also great, and I'm having a great time playing it, except every time I stream it, there's at least one instance where the game wants you to look at something in first person, and I can't figure out what one fucking pixel on the screen they want me to look at. And that's the only hard part of the game, is the game goes in first person and just says, okay, look at something. And then it gives you no indication of what to look at. Alright, I might die a couple times here. The Metal Sonic fight is actually kind of tough. It's probably the toughest boss in the game. Getting too far ahead of him really doesn't help, because then he just, like, boosts through you like that. I think it's so weird that he became such, like, an integral part of the franchise, given he's just, like, one boss in Sonic CD. And we've had other versions of, like, Robot Sonics around at the same time. The one in Sonic 3 is cooler than he is. Even though he kind of has, like, big Popeye arms. No! I knew it. I knew he was going to fly right into the beam. Hog versus Machine, one of the battles of all time. Look, this entire game, this boss fight was the impetus for the Sonic Rivals games. What more could we ask for? Chad Mecha Sonic versus the Virgin Metal Sonic. I mean, I still like Metal Sonic. It's just like, why did he become like a what was so special about him? Like, who was Naoto Oshima just like really proud of the design, or like I don't know. Mecha Sonic in Sonic 3 is just so cool, and he's like such a badass. He's a gangster. He's a you know, Metal Sonic is a certified traitor. He betrays Eggman. He locks him in a broom closet. Mecha Sonic, he's a 100% die-hard Eggman Empire soldier. So when Eggman gets beaten in Sonic 3, he takes over, and he has his best pal, a specific Egg Robo, just fuck with Knuckles for about 2 days straight. And that's pretty cool. Metal Sonic could never be trusted to do awesome stuff like that. No! Yeah, Mecha Sonic and the Egg Robo, they're Eggman's top guys. I'd like to imagine the Egg Robo that shows up in Sonic Superstars is the same guy. Like, he somehow rebuilt a new Egg Robo that has that exact brain, and it's the same guy. How was my weekend? I know you're making a Jeremy Hamley reference, but I'm gonna answer that sincerely. It's pretty good. I don't remember what I did on Friday, honestly. I went to a zoo yesterday, and it was a great time. I got to see a Binkurang IRL, and I've never seen one of those before. It was very cute. I also got to see a red wolf, which is apparently like severely endangered. It was raining the whole time though. Turning Point, it's coming, it's coming. After Other M. You can't, your homie can't draw you an awesome thumbnail and then you just like ditch the game. That's fucked up. That is not a goated behavior. If anyone wants to make a Turning Point thumbnail for me, they are free to do so. And I will use it, and I will give you credit for it. Just don't put Charlie Kirk in it. I just ask of that because I feel bad about doing that. Look at that. Sonic is no longer an incel. He's a fake cell now. Alright, we're up to Metallic Madness. We're not getting the good ending. It's physically impossible at this point, but we'll tough it out. Head straight into Sonic 2. Volcel Sonic. Oh, that's true. He is a Volcel. He's like, I don't want none of your affection, Floyd. Don't touch me. I've never felt the touch of a woman, and I never want to. Meanwhile, Knuckles in the adventure games just starts simping as soon as he gets the opportunity. What a fucking bitch. He's a true incel, because he just... Sonic is a neat incel, a neat Volcel, whereas Knuckles is an employed true cell. He has a job that he doesn't do very well, probably pays less than minimum wage, and he keeps trying to mac on a thick Latina that has no interest in him. We know for a fact that Vector gets mad laid, though. He gets mad gash from Cream's mom. I don't know how that works. I don't know how reptiles mate, but that's probably fucking weird. You're saying there's a difference between Mecha Sonic and Metal Sonic? Yes, they're completely different characters. You will see. When you see the first Mecha Sonic, you will regret your words and deeds, Evan. I hate Metallic Madness. I think it's one of my least favorite final stages. As much as I love this game, I hate Metallic Madness. I never like doing this level. Can I use Erica? Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. I just don't want to use, like, a guy who was murdered in my thumbnail. If I can avoid it. But that's why we will use George Floyd in future thumbnails. Oh no! They also have Metallic Madness in Sonic Mania, and just like... Yeah, they fuck up the music for it. It's really annoying, and I hate it. I mean, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure Amy's toes have some sweat on them in those knee-high boots she wears. She doesn't wear them in this game because classic Amy has one of the worst designs in the series. Corey Spaz Kid likes to pretend that he's a true Amy warrior, but he's not. Like I've been there, you know. I'm the true Amy soldier, and he will not take her from me. I'm far less autistic than him. I won't say I'm 100% autism free, but I'm less autistic. I've got way more Riz. I'm a Tikal Patriot. Well, I mean, I saw that one guy's artwork, and I was like, I get it. I get it. When being poorly designed, tell us how you really feel about the Void Menace. I mean, hey, they, you know, Rouge has a goated design. I think you can actually fall off this level. Let's go on this thing. Why not? Why not use this thing? I don't know what purpose it serves. But we'll do it. Yes, can we smash spikes? No. Ah! I got 3D blasted. I'm surprised Fallon's not in here today. He's supposed to be one of my top patriots, but that's why he's not. He's not been granted a wrench because he doesn't show up to the stream sometimes. I'd give Perp a wrench. He's here pretty regularly. I can count on him to ban people for saying mean things about me on the internet. Chat, no one is allowed to say anything negative about me, okay? Not one thing. We're gonna go Andrew Dobson mode in here, and if I receive any criticism on anything, I'm gonna crash out. They may hate Metal Madness, but Sonic 2 is right around the corner to save you. I know. It can always be worse. Life can always get a little worse. Sometimes, if you ever think life couldn't get worse, just remember you could at some point have to play Sonic the Hedgehog 2. How did I get back here? Let's just go this way. Get me the hell out of here. I always hate this part. When am I going to ask people to pay $50 to show my racing? What could I charge people money for that I could be like, look at this. Guys, you want to see the $6 pair of sunglasses I bought in Virginia Beach? That's going to be $50. I can't show these off for free. What's up with the Shoto Sonic? That's the gimmick of this level, is you turn a little guy. Turn into a little dude. You turn into the little Sonic that's on the title screen of Sonic and Knuckles. Fuck you, bomb guy. I'm all grown up now. Just like the Rugrats. Alright, I have to pause for a second. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to scratch my balls. Look at that. Look, he's getting the Dead Space treatment. Getting just stabbed right in the eye. Okay, we're doing this now. Why are you playing the USA soundtrack? Okay, Nathan, nope. We've already established that the Spencer Nilsen soundtrack is the superior soundtrack. I will hear no such dissent. Alright, we made it. We finished it. We finished the worst stage in the game. I am Spencer Nilsen's top defender. I love his soundtrack. I genuinely prefer it to the Japanese one. The Japanese one is, like, a little too wacky for me. And it also doesn't loop well. I mean, none of these tracks loop well, because it just, like, goes silent for about 3 seconds. I know, I hate Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. Although I do like the Richard Jacques version in, Sonic... What is it? All-Stars Racing Transform. He does, like, a version of that, and it's pretty good. What are we even doing here, man? Oh no, I actually fell to my death in a Sonic CD level. I can't believe it. I actually did it. I actually managed to fall to my death in Sonic CD. I am not a professional Sonic CD player. I'm not a speedrunner or nothing to that extent. So please forgive me if I botch things here and there. No! We can do this. Maybe. No! Woo! Alright, we made it. This is also another weird stage gimmick. Now we have to do the iconic Firefly Robot mini-boss. Why are there 2 different OSTs? I have no idea. Even Spencer Nilsen was like, I don't know why they asked me to do that. That makes no sense. Because, like, there was already a soundtrack. I think they just felt it was too Japanese for us pathetic gaijin to comprehend. The singular bottomless pit that exists in the game, too. Alright, let's fight this epic boss. Another one of Eggman's dumbest designs. I mean, the final boss, his stupid thing that he builds at the end of Sonic Mania is also fucking stupid. Like, why are these rectangles not able to be hit? Are they blades? What if I just hit him from the front? Well, the game is 2D, so I can't do that. What if it was 3D? I could just hit him in the face. I prefer the boss theme, too. That's fine. The boss theme in this is weird. I mean, both versions are kind of fucking weird. But... This is just another thing that contributed to me being, like, freaked out by this game as a kid. Because what the fuck is this music? No, sir. You missed me. He's got a little steering wheel in there. So he's like, he's just turning that thing left and right. Oh, later, bozo. I think there are two different OSTs because it was originally Japan OST, but they changed it to fit. Yeah, they wanted to, they basically did the same thing they did with the box art. They wanted it to be, you know, Americans, we gotta make it suit the American audiences. Even though Sonic is very clearly like anime looking in these cutscenes. We did it! We beat the game. And he just kills him with a rock. Someone made a truth nuke gif out of this. Let's watch the credits, which are mercifully short. Original Mega CD staff. Director Naoto Oshima. His name, I forgot, his like alias was Big Island. I love Oshima. He's like my favorite guy. As far as people involved in making Sonic games, he's in like, he's my top Sonic guy. And that's why I give Superstars a lot of grace, even though it has a lot of issues. So did this come first, or did the OVA come first? Because this feels like this and the OVA have identical animation styles. Okay, Christian Whitehead, why are you putting yourself in the credits for a classic game? I know you remastered it, but come on now. I also prefer Sonic Boom, kind of because 2-2 Sonic Warrior has nonsense. Yeah, it's weird. And the weird, like, rap lyrics are very strange. I don't know what to make of it. Very odd. It's not a bad song, it's just like... It's just weird. I don't like every song in every Sonic game, obviously, because some of them are like... I'm trying to think, like, what's a really, like, shit one? Like, I don't think a single person listens to Rouge's theme song in Sonic Adventure 2. Nobody likes Rouge. Nobody cares about Rouge's theme song. Can we skip this? Okay, there we go. Now we get to watch the Tyson Hess cartoons, which are immediately just, like, not as good looking. The Gemeralds. What are you smiling at, Amy? You're not in the game. See you next game. Right now. Who the hell are these two? That's it. That's Tails' origin story. Somehow less interesting than his origin story in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Mo and Lester. Alright, since we're starting Sonic 2, which I hate, let me just... I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee. We'll all take like a little $5. I'm gonna go take a piss, grab some coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Join in time for the... What's up, Frochi? Yeah, we just started my least favorite classic Sonic game. Well, actually, that's not true. My least favorite classic Sonic game is Spinball, which they mercifully did not include in this collection. So let's get started. Look, first of all, why is Sonic's legs arbitrarily longer? It's annoying. The stage design in this game is all kinds of fucked up. It just feels like they throw you into enemies, no matter how like skillfully you play. A lot of the time, it's a lot of hogwash. Get those rings. I feel like to make up for the lacking stage design, they made it incredibly easy to get to special stages. Instead of finding rings in the stages or getting 50 rings and then getting to the end of the stage, you just have to get to a checkpoint with 50 rings. Just feels like lazy. I don't know. It feels like a design band-aid. Need one checkpoint. Here we go. It is a cool special stage, though. I'm not going to deny that this is one of the better special stages in the series. It's just the way it's implemented, I'm not, like, big on. Let's see if we can do it. This is actually one of the harder special stages in the franchise, so it's like, oof. There is a high probability I might not make it. It's not as hard as CD or Mania. Never noticed his legs are longer in this sprite. Yeah, I remember they said they, like, adjusted the ratio of his body proportions slightly, but it annoys me so much that his legs are... he just looks weird. Even Sonic Mania was like, we're not doing that. We're giving him his old proportions back because he looks so much better that way. And that's like, you know, I like String Bean Sonic 06 Sonic. But something about, like, classic Sonic just having, like, weirdly, slightly longer legs just looks odd, and I never liked it. I am okay with him being a darker shade of blue, though. I don't mind that. I also like how this remaster made the special stages full 3D instead of, like, the choppy, like, 10 FPS half-pipe sprites that it was in the original one. It's a genuine upgrade. And I don't feel like it takes away from the game's original intent at all. How is this a game? What do you mean, how is this a game? Spinball is the one game I never even remotely beaten. Even Labyrinth, I actually got through. Sonic and Force Pinball tend to not pair well. Well, it's like, it doesn't have the good physics of, like, the actual Sonic games. The problem is if a Sonic game's physics are, like, they feel off, it fucks up the whole experience. Like, you have, like, classic Sonic stages and Forces where, like, he can't run up an incline properly because the physics are all messed up, and you just, like, notice this type of thing. And Spinball is an entire game of janky, jittery pinball physics that don't work right. Classic Sonic with longer legs looks like a kid cosplaying Sonic. Yeah, his legs are so weird in this game. It always annoyed me. And it feels like there's less frames in his running animation, too, so it looks worse. I game over during Spinball's final boss and never played it again. I don't blame you. The only thing Spinball has going for it is the awesome main menu music. It is certainly the Sonic game of all time. I like, people give, like, I'll play Sonic Blast repeatedly, but I almost never am like, man, I really gotta go for some Spinball right now. That game really slaps. It really hits the spot when I got a hankering for some Sonic games. Even the box art is weird, because that's one of the first ones where they just make it, like, very apparent that Eggman isn't wearing glasses on the box art. His eyes are just horrifying black pits into his skull. Listen to Sonic 8-Bit Green Hills theme. Sonic 8-Bit is insane. That game is... that game is a true test of the Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. Like, if you make it all the way to the end of that game, save states or not, make it all the way to that game's end with your sanity intact, you get applause from me. It is a dire experience trying to play through the 8-bit version of Sonic 2. Some pretty fire remixes of the Spinball tracks out there, actually. Yeah, there's good music in the game. The boss theme is also really good. It's just, the game is not good. And I say that as a diehard Sonic fan who will defend Sonic 06 with his dying breath. I do not like Sonic Spinball. This is... Oh man, that was stressing me out. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. I need these rings. I gotta get to the special stage. Sonic 2 8-bit Green Hills theme. I don't remember. I don't know if I've ever actually made it that far on that one. I've played it a few times. I actually played it on an original Sega Game Gear, and boy, that was one of the greatest disappointments in my life when I got to that boss from the first zone. I was like, oh, this game is going to be torture. This game is just torture. We should let, like, murderers play Sonic 2 8-bit on original hardware, and if they can beat the game, they can go free, because we've subjected them to enough torture. Like, look, we know you massacred a bunch of people, but you got the high score in Underground Zone, and that's pretty impressive. You are forgiven. Right. Hold on, I see the chat moving along, but I gotta lock in during these special stages. Especially the later ones, where, like, if you miss one ring, or if, like, Tails bumps into something, you're fucked. Okay. I feel for Sonic CD in the USA, Toot Toot Sonic Warrior should have been kept, but the lyrics shouldn't have been kept. Yeah, they could have, like, well, they could have kept both tracks. They could have just did Toot Toot Sonic Warrior in, like, the end credits. Because the end credits for the American version of Sonic CD are just, like, a slower version of Sonic Boom. It's weird. So this is the first Sonic game where there's only 2 acts in each zone, as opposed to 3. This is also extremely pedantic. I don't like the animation for the invincibility power-up as much as in Sonic 1 and Sonic CD. I like that there is more stars. Can I do another special stage? Fuck yeah. But people say Souls games are hard and never played 8-bit Sonic 2. It's true! I dare you, Dark Souls fan, to beat Underground Zone on your first try. That's the true test of a real gamer. Evan, you want to talk smack on Sonic, you gotta play Sonic 2 8-bit. Prove your mettle as a gamer. I challenge you. Where are we at? Where are we at? Whoop. That's why, like, Sonic Superstars is just so surprising. Like, it starts off fairly tame and easy, and then you get to you do Trip Story, like, oh, this is a little harder. There's egg robos everywhere, spawning in the background, shooting with perfect accuracy somehow. And then you get to the Fang fight, and you're just like, what is this? Am I playing a Sonic game anymore, or have my hands been smashed with hammers or something? What is going on here? The true test is to force a Sonic fan to actually read IDW without dying of cringe. Man, I didn't even make it like 10 comics into the IDW Sonic books. Like, I was like, oh, we're doing zombies? We're starting off our bold new take on Sonic comics with zombies? No, thank you. And I never picked it up again. I don't think I made it. I think I missed out. Did we do it? Yes! 3 emeralds in the first zone. Epic. I'm not a real gamer. I believe in you, Evan. I know you can play Sonic 2 8-bit. I believe in you. Kieran is, for some reason, like, a die-hard fan of Sonic 1 8-bit. He doesn't like any other Sonic games, but the 8-bit version of Sonic 1 he really loves, and he is obsessed with the bridge theme, which is fair. It's the best song in that game. I don't know why he doesn't like the Genesis games, though. I gotta make him play more Sonic games on stream. He hasn't been streaming lately because he keeps getting horrible diseases from living in the horrible third world country of Ireland. Need a Sonic game with the OG movie design? Sonic 06 is close enough. Me, a master of Game Gear Sonic, thanks to Sonic Adventure DX. I didn't realize Sonic DX had the Game Gear games like years later, because I didn't really like explore that part of the menu. It's just weird to think about. Like I could have been playing these games and I just never bothered to. It's crazy to think Sonic Blast has had more re-releases than Knuckles Chaotix, which is 0. And Sega's excuse is, well, it's kind of hard to port 32X games. Like, bro, you made the console. Just put an internal emulator in your games. I can emulate that shit on my laptop. I could do it when I was, like, a teenager and I didn't know how computers worked good. Oh boy, I love Chemical Plant. I hope I get to see it in 20 more Sonic games. I hope every Sonic game that wants like a cheap callback, but doesn't want to resort to Green Hill, puts Chemical Plant in instead. I think Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury was the first game I ever emulated. I don't know what the first game I emulated was. I just remember, like, fiddling around with it. I could only really make cartridge-based games work because I didn't understand how, like, using zip files for, like, disc-based games was supposed to work, and I was like, confused, and I couldn't figure... I could do it now, but back then I was like, this is too complicated for little old me. Oh, I didn't find a fucking checkpoint, damn. Coffee is a little cold, but I'll continue drinking it. As a general rule, because I don't want any weird cease and desists, I tend to only emulate games that I physically own. I just don't want to have to, like, bust out 300-year-old hardware and, like, burn my house down. Chemical Plant is one of my least favorite stages for its reuse. At least Green Hill gets different iterations. Ironically, Forces had it most interesting. I feel like the version of Chemical Plant that they do doesn't even look like Chemical Plant. Like, you don't have, like, these, like, yellow buildings in the background and this, like, river going on. Like, it doesn't really look like Chemical Plant. So, that's these, like, recreations of classic Sonic stages, when they don't look... They never quite capture the aura of these classic Genesis games. I would love to see them try to do a Knuckles Chaotix stage, because those are, like... Those all just look like LSD fever dreams. Or Collision Chaos. Like, I want to see them try to do that. They couldn't do it. It's a great soundtrack. It's a good song, I guess, but it's just, like, I don't know. I didn't like the Generations remix of the music either. I know I sound like a negative Nancy. And I'm not really that much of a purist either. It's just like, I don't know. If you're gonna, like, call back to something to, like, cynically get my nostalgia money, like, you do it a little better. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking you to, like, put as much work into your nostalgia slop as you did into the original product. I'm not looking forward to doing Blue Sphere. That's my only real issue with Sonic 3 is Blue Sphere is a very boring special stage. But fortunately, they made like 1 million Blue Sphere stages, so you can just play it until you die. Get 150 rings. I hope I don't fuck this up. Oh, Tails, you fucked it up. But I didn't. It was all you. And we will be playing Sonic 3D Blast, just because I really like that game. I don't know why people hate it so much. It's very cozy and strange. And weirdness is what makes classic Sonic so entertaining. Alright, we need, what is it? We need 3 more? 3 more. And Sonic 2 is kind of long, so we might be able to pull it off. No! Thank you for saving me, Tails. I will not do the same for you when you start drowning, inevitably. I think I died in this stage a lot as a little kid, just because I didn't have the motor functions to not just fall into the water constantly. What even is that? Is it like ammonia? What kind of chemical is it in this chemical plant? It doesn't look like a plant. It looks like a building, if you ask me. Nyah, 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 nyah. That part killed me a million times as a kid, as well. Remember in the original version of Generations where Tails like, whoa, I got a bad feeling about that place because he constantly drowns. It was a callback. It was a reference. I don't know if you guys got that. We love our references. I love to be reminded of things that are old. I don't think it's cynical given how often classic stages get referenced. Like, why no Hilltop or Oil Ocean? Well, that's the thing, is like they just do the stages that everyone really, really remembers. Like, there's no like Mystic Cave. No! Get me in there! Woo! The chemical is lean! Okay, I get it. I understand why Tails drowns, because he's like 10 years old and he's drowning in Scissorp. Oh yeah, I forgot we have to do some upside down tricks in some of these special stages. Things might get a little dire. But remember, the rule is absolutely no restarting a special stage if I fucked it up, because that's cringe and gay. They did do Oil Ocean in Mania, and that was one of the few remixes of original game tracks in that game that was pretty good. And that's probably one of the better stages in Sonic 2. As much as I'm not a huge Sonic 2 head, there's no denying that Oil Ocean is pretty sick. I emulate Sonic games for CRT filter. Fair enough. I like the unfiltered pixels in the Origins remaster, but there is like there's something to seeing the games the way they were originally presented. Oh no! Well, I got one of them. Okay. Woo! Yeah, I thought of getting just a CRT TV just to play my 32X on, because people literally just give those things away on Craigslist. They don't want them. But I don't know where I'd put it, is the problem. Those things are fucking big. I probably would just get like a 22-inch, because I don't need it to be that big. Also, in CRTs, the colors pop and stuff, like the pipes and waterfalls, actually look like see-through. Plus, Dithering looks like so many colors. Yeah. I would love to play, because I got a 32X and Knuckles Chaotix, because it's just like I've mentioned way before, but like it's like like my holy grail of games to own. But I would like to play it on like the most pure, original way possible. The only thing I've really done to upgrade the experience is I got a wireless like dongle for my 8-bit Do controller. So it's kind of like playing it with a Sega Saturn controller, but I can play it from across the room without the short-ass Sega Genesis wire. I can't remember the last time I've gotten hit by this boss, or died to it. Holy shit. Use RetroArch? Don't you need to plug it into the wall though? That's where I get like hemmed up, because like I am literally out of outlets to plug things into. I have The 32X and the Genesis both have their own power supplies, and then you've got the TV, and then if I gotta plug in a filter on top of that, it's gonna be like, it's just taking it like to an extreme. That's why as much as I think it would be cool to own a Sega CD, I'm not like chomping at the bit for it, because apart from Sonic CD, there's not really any games on the thing that I care about, and I don't need a third Sega power supply taking up space in my house. Now you have to download RetroArch, and it's easy. It has built-in emulators, and then you get your ROMs definitely legally, and play no external stuff. Okay, so let me write that down, because I will absolutely use that. RetroArch. If I could spell correctly, I wrote RetroArch. All right, we're up to the best water level. This is one of the best stages in Sonic 2. I love this one. Aquatic Ruin. Great music. It looks cool. It's got the grounders. As much as I shit on Sonic 2, there's a couple stages that I really like. A couple. I don't like Casino Night Zone. I know it's like a classic one, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not touching that. Tails, if you touch that, I'm gonna be so pissed off at you. I forgot about the flies. Alright, here we go. Oh, I don't even need to go back to the other checkpoint. There's one right here. Okay, it's hard to get CD stuff working. I found out how to do it. You have to get a specific Sega CD BIOS, and you also have to convert the ROM zip files to CHD files. Yeah, that always hemmed me up as a kid. And like I said, like I can play Sonic CD in so many other ways. Like, if I really want like a pure Sega experience, then yeah, I'll go through all that crap. But it's like I have the Gems collection, I have Origins, I have the HD release on the PS3. It's like there's many ways that I can play Sonic CD that I don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops. Although my ex's dad owned a copy of Sonic CD, and it just drives me crazy that it's just like sitting in a basement somewhere, forgotten about. Like, I would love to have it in my... He had it with, like, the instruction manual and the jewel case and everything, and I'm like, I'm so jealous. I think I offered to buy it from him once, and he just... Like, no, I like to hold on to my old stuff. I'm like, fuck. We're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it! Tails, don't die. This is probably the most fun part of the game for 2 players. I hate Casino Night Zone for the same reasons I hate Las Vegas in real life. We were talking about going to Las Vegas, like, neither of us want to gamble. It's just kind of like, it's just one of those things that you hear about, and it's maybe we should go just to see it. But it's also like, I don't know. We'll have to gamble, I guess. We'll have to at least, like, have $500 for each of us lying around to just be ready to throw in the garbage. So we could watch, like, slot machines tick around. But I've just never liked the music in, like, carnival stages in Sonic games. I never find it to be particularly good. This is the setting I'm trying to get through Divinity Original Sin 1. For me, it's just like, how is it the real game, even though Origins is... alright, accurate, and you need to get mods to get the intended cough cough Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I actually don't mind the change music in the Origins version of Sonic 3. Because I don't think, apart from Ice Cap, I'm not like in love with any of Michael Jackson's compositions. I think I mentioned this last stream. Because I repeat myself a lot, because I'm a Sonic fan, and we all have a little touch of autism. It's fine. It's fine. Vegas seems too overstimulating. I'm fine with that. It's just like, look, I'm not like getting like prostitutes. I don't care about like, I don't care about gambling. Like maybe if I win a bajillion dollars, I'll get it. I mostly know gambling in the form of like, oh, look at how this guy ruined his life gambling his money away. Feel in your bones how spiritually dirty the place is constantly. Listen, I've been to New York City many times. It is also spiritually dirty, even in the financial district, which is fairly clean. What's up, Ahab? What is your pie-in-the-sky Sonic merch you want, but no you can't get? Either too expensive, impossible. I have most of the stuff that I want. I was mentioning earlier in the stream, I don't know if you were here yet, Frochi, but they just released a really nice Metal Sonic figure. And within, like, days of it being out, scalpers soaked them all up. They're all on sale online for quadruple the MSRP. So it's just like, I would love to get that thing. But as far as, like, merch goes, I don't know. Like, I have most of what I want. I have most of the Jack-specific figures. The only one that I don't have that I want is, like, Omega. And he's also expensive because of dickhead scalpers. One time I went to America and New York smelled of piss. Yeah, it always does. And there's garbage piled all the way up to your head everywhere. It's crazy. And New Yorkers will tell you it's like this amazing magical place, but no, it fucking sucks. Sega Saturn had an okay 3D Sonic game, not too ambitious or a spiritual 2D successor. The classics. I don't think Sega would have stopped making consoles. Yeah, the Saturn, not the Saturn so much as the 32X was a huge misstep. Like, what the fuck were they thinking, releasing the Saturn and the 32X in the same year? Well, the thing is, they weren't thinking because they were Sega. They were too busy making a bunch of random shit for people to buy. Just make an Omega figure out of Bionicles. It's not the same. It's not official. Nothing like the hustle and bustle of NYC. I know. I love running into, like, homeless people on the subway and such. Good stuff. Great times. Good friends. Good times. I don't want to go in there. I want to go up here. Yeah, Tails got the right idea. This layering sucks. It looks weird. But that's just one of the many things wrong with Sonic 2. It's just a kind of like it's very janky. There's a lot of cut content, which this version supposedly restores. I've never seen Hidden Palace Zone in this game, but supposedly it's there. I just don't know how to get to it, and I've never really, like, looked for it. Give me a checkpoint so I can go to special stage already. Gee whiz, dude. You know, growing up in the South, I always heard cities, NYC specifically, but all, referred to with such scorn, mockingly using the phrase hustle and bustle, but I've seen the alternative of hustle and bustle, and it's arguably worse. New York has bodegas. Oh my god, I had a friend who lived in New York, and we went to... She had a bodega, like, right outside of her apartment. And it was just like... And I remember, like, going back to her place after getting something there, and I was like, there's just, like, this weirdo homeless person hanging out there, and it was, like, weird. And she's like, oh yeah, she's there all the time. And I'm like, and you're just okay with that. You're okay with this homeless person, like, standing outside, like, yelling at people to give them money. It's just, like, that's where it's like you delude yourself. I hate it. I don't hate cities in general, but I hate New York. And I've been to a few cities, and New York is the worst one that I've been to. I've been to Boston, I've been to Philly. Clifton, New Jersey is kind of a shithole, but, you know, it's better than New York. It's a low bar to clear, but it clears it. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Oh, I made it. But I have to do one more round, I think. It didn't seem too bad. I liked it more than London. I don't like London. I've never been out of the United States. We're potentially looking for out of state, out of the country for, like, our honeymoon. But, you know, we'll see. What the fuck is this? Why do they do this? Why are the rings just all over the place? We made it. We just made it. Hell yeah. You go to Mystic Cave Act 2 by falling through a pit, the infamous inescapable spike pit, around halfway through the act. I haven't fallen into that spike pit since I was a kid, so I don't know where it is. Now Sonic can change into Super Sonic. We did it, chat. Let's murder Eggman. If you pick somewhere, my fiance's already been to Ireland. I'm probably gonna go, we're thinking like Italy. Let's go super beat his ass. Goated, kicked his ass. Sip some of this coffee that's probably like certified cold by now. I hate Casino Night Zone. It's a bummer. It's boring. You're more likely to die from getting smushed by random blocks than any of the enemies, or any of the layout. Have you noticed that the totems, their color changes white when Eggman gets hit due to the pallets? Yeah, I love the weird wackiness with the pallets. Like, that's why Knuckles wasn't playable in Sonic 1 originally. That's another thing that this collection adds that's cool. Because the color of his socks fucked with the palette. And that's also why when you play as him in Sonic 2, his socks are yellow. And it's not because he peed on them, I promise. He's not me! Eggman would win if he just remodeled Metal Sonic into a Soy Jack and then defeated Sonic. I tell him that's what he looks like. Yeah, Egg Chad versus Soynick. That's a certified banger. That's exactly how he would win. You're 100% right. Let's go Super! Probably gonna get smushed. Every time I turn into Super Sonic in one of these old games, I immediately, like, run directly under, like, a platform and get crushed to death. Is that why his socks are yellow when you see him as Sonic? Wait, hold on. Knuckles' fur is stained with piss. That's why his little crescent is yellow in Knuckles Chaotix. Why couldn't they have remade Knuckles' design to fit Sonic 1? Because you've noticed that Sonic looks different in Sonic 3, so I feel like Knuckles would do the inverse. I mean, I don't know. I've always liked the classic Knuckles design. I've over time, like, I thought, like, why don't I like Knuckles as much as I used to? And it's like, oh, it's because modern Knuckles, like, looks weird. Something about his design. I don't know. The classic Knuckles just has more aura. He kind of mogs. Classic Knuckles, first of all, he did chuckle. He didn't just flex his muscles. And I consider Sonic Adventure 1 to be like it could be up in the air whether it's classic or modern, so we're gonna say that that's classic Knuckles. Knuckles in the adventure games is classic Knuckles, so he gets laid. He gets the girls, which modern Knuckles does not. He's too much of an annoying spurg who doesn't even do his job that he's paid to do. Knuckles chuckled and flexed his muscles? He did! He did, in fact, chuckle as well as flex his muscles. Contrary to what the lyrics of his theme song say. Knuckles should wear his yarmulke. I too am oppressed by the white man. Sonic design is so simple that when you alter them, they look noticeably more off. It's not just autism. Okay. Yeah, like his hands and his feet in his modern design are gigantic. Whereas he felt a bit more proportionate in the classic games. Thought he was Jamaican. Is he Black Hebrew? He hangs out with Jewish people in his TV show, and he's like, oh, I think Jewish people are so interesting. I want to learn more about the Holocaust. Oh, there's Fallon. There he is. Sonic Knuckles has more aura because he punched the super out of Supersonic. That's true. He also punches a boulder before Chris Redfield made it cool. Is that fucking real? Yes, that's real. There's an entire episode of the Knuckles TV show where he gets lectured on Jewish history. But, I mean, apart from that one episode, the show is great. I'm a very big proponent of the Knuckles TV show, in spite of the Jewish history lesson that you're forced to sit through. This is cool. Eggman's pimped out ride in this boss is, like, the one good thing about Casino Night Zone. I would drive that thing. That's badass. Remember they recycled this thing in Sonic 4? Sonic 4 is so lazy, to just straight up reuse the boss. Classic Knuckles also has slightly hooked claws. True, which makes more sense. As opposed to, like, the giant rock-hard nipples he has on his hands now. Alright, we passed Act 2. What's next? Is Mystic Cave next? No, it's Hilltop. I don't like Hilltop. It's a cool-looking zone, but the music is, like, lame. I don't know how else to describe it. It sucks. I never thought Sonic needed boring, like, farm music in his games. Sonic Boom Knuckles would never have associated with the Jew. Yes, but he was also an egalitarian, remember? Evan is getting schooled on Knuckles lore right now, and it's very important that he knows. I think overall, though, I think Knuckles is my favorite character in the series. He's just got a cool look. I don't know. I thought he was, as far as like rival characters go, he's like I thought he had a much better contrasting design to Sonic than anyone else has. Oh no. All I know is to skip the Knuckles show. No, you should watch it. It's great. It's got the Flames of Disaster in it. It canonizes Sonic 06 into the Sonic movies. What more could you want? We're just zooming through now. Fuck! I'm going too fast for my own good. Right, I might die here, because the lava might smush me. I might get smushed against something while the room rises up. Oh, nope. Heard someone describe the Hilltop music as a fly buzzing in your ear, and that makes me hate it even more. Yeah, like, when Sonic 2 is, like, on, it's awesome. But it has way more lows than many of the other classic games. And that's where, like, it's my least favorite. And the final bosses are annoying. Like, Mecha Sonic, like, you can only hit him in, like, a tiny, like, 1 pixel spot on his fucking forehead. And then the Death Egg Robot, like, you have to wait for him to do long, boring attack combos to hit him in his gunt. Which, by the way, someone bought me, my brother bought me a big Death Egg Robot figure, and I was really, I love it. It's so cool. I have to, like, make a little shrine to all my classic Sonic characters now. The only ones I'm missing, the only classic style characters I'm missing are Trip and Amy, because I hate women, but I will get them eventually. I have Metal Sonic, I even have Mecha Sonic. I have Fang, I have Knuckles. I even have the Ball Hog. I have the iconic Ball Hog, everyone's favorite character. I love the Ball Hog. At least the lows of Sonic 2 aren't Wacky Workbench. Wacky Workbench is at least interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my mic for a second so I can hack some phlegm up. Okay, better. I know, I might get smushed here. If I can get 3 more rings, I can kind of, like, dodge a lot of this bullshit, though. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here! Woohoo! Tails, you fucked me up. Get out of here. I wish in the story mode of Origins, you could choose not to have Tails with you. I never have him with me by choice, because he's annoying. And I'm not playing this game with other people, so it doesn't really matter. Ortrip stuck in Superstars and her dragon form is too weird to control. It is weird, but it is also OP as hell. Supersonic is a cool bonus, but it also, like, breaks the game. Last time we reacted to a full stream, I crashed out, had to end the stream. Summer Game Fest. Is that a thing? I don't pay attention to industry events. Am I excited for the Sonic 4, the Sonic... Yes! I've seen, apart from the first one, I think because it came out during COVID, but, I've seen every Sonic movie in the theater, like, opening weekend, because I love them. Alright, I'm going to try to find Hidden Palace Zone. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to pull it off, because I don't know what I'm doing. But, I'll see if I can find it. Because I've never seen it, so it's really more for me than you guys. Yeah, Sonic Superstars is a game. I recorded my audio for the video I was doing on it, but I'm not happy with it, so I might write a whole workup for it instead and give it proper reverence, because it's certainly an interesting game. What the fuck? How did I get smushed by something that was moving up? You ain't missing much in Sonic 1, it's alright. But it's just how Sonic got acquainted with his family, and also, yeah, I liked it. I still like it. I think it's a very good movie. It's just the sequels are so much better. And the Knuckles TV show is also fantastic. The Rock Opera episode is one of the greatest bits of television ever created. You got the guy who played the Hound in Game of Thrones in an actual good TV show. I'm going Supersonic again, but this time I'll try not to get smushed. See what I mean? Like, being Supersonic, the most dangerous thing is just getting crushed by random environmental objects. Mystic Cave, I know it's supposed to be like a cave, but it always looks to me like a garden salad. Like you're just running through a bunch of greens that you bought at the grocery store. And what's so mystic about it? It just seems like a regular old cave to me. Is this a pro or anti-Sonic 4 stream? Like, are we talking about the game or the movie? Because I am pro the movie. The game, I'm kind of like, it's kind of mid. Kind of sucks. I'm gonna crack open a seltzer real quick. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna try to fall into a ditch. And that will get us to the Hidden Palace Zone. In Act 2, use the bottom route. Okay. Down we go. Yeah, Sonic, the second Sonic movie just feels, a lot of the scenes in the second Sonic movie are just like, let's just redo entire sections of the first movie. Like, the bar scene, instead of Sonic running in slow motion and trolling people, he has a dance competition with a muscular Russian man. The best Sonic song is Sonic Eraser music. You need to listen to the Sonic Eraser theme right now. I should. I've never played, like, the educational Sonic games. Down we go. Yeah, give me an invincibility power when I can get smushed to death. Thank you, Tails. The game is kind of meh, which is a shame. I guess that's what Sega gets for turning Sonic Mobile into a title as big as Sonic 4. I don't know why they try to do like a whole this has got to be it, right? Oh, it is! Cool. I've never seen this before. See, as much as people don't like Sonic Origins, I can't hate it when they're doing shit like this. Really was a budget phone thing? That makes sense, because visually, like, aesthetically, it was very ugly. Forgive me if I seem like I have no idea where I'm going. I actually have no idea where I'm going. Why didn't they put this stage in Sonic Mania? That would have been better than remaking a million other fucking stages we've already played before. One of my favorite Sonic songs is like the Mean Bean Machine 2-player music. Is it the 2-player music or is it the exercise music? I forget which, but Mean Bean Machine has a pretty sick soundtrack for being a boring puzzle game. Little T-Rex. I love him. Really knowing you have to choose between lives and widescreen. I don't really mind the loss of lives. The only time I'd probably have a game over is in, like, Sonic 1. Hey, look, it's the Master Emerald. It's the Master Gemerald. Wait, no, it wasn't. What the fuck? I've been bamboozled. Uh-oh. Yeah, look at that purple color palette. Don't hit me. Leave me alone, jellyfish. I kind of miss when all of Eggman's robots had, like, stoned eyes. I think the last time he did that was, his Flying Fortresses in Sonic Heroes. I love lean. Me too. Me too, perp. Is there a boss here? What? No way. They even put a boss in here? That's sick. This is a very Sonic Mania-ass boss, though. Get over here. How do I hit him? I have no idea what I'm doing. Gotta spray him in his little eggussy. Okay. Tails, you can fly. Make yourself useful, dickhead. Oh, I kind of get it. Is this still Sonic 2? It is. It's a... So in the Sonic Origins collection, they recreated the cut Hidden Palace Zone stage, which is pretty cool. I kind of like it. This is my first time seeing it myself. I like that he does a little smirk when he hits you, too. What a little asshole. Knuckles definitely loves purple drink. That's why he loves his grapes. Another point in the Knuckles is black column. The background is really tripping out my eyes. Yeah, I love it. It looks cool. I like it. You know, I never really cared much about whether or not I got to play Hidden Palace, but now that I have, I'm glad they put it in. Sonic got through Zone. The very Sonic Mania-esque boss. It was made by the same... I know, that's what I mean. Like, it's... The Sonic Mania bosses are a little, like, wacky. They're, like, the bosses in the classic Sonic games are usually fairly utilitarian in their design, whereas the bosses in Mania are very wacky and silly and cartoony. Still better than the bosses in Superstars. I'm an apologist for Superstars bosses, but like even I gotta acknowledge like they're not great. I wish they did more stuff. Like, I'd love to see... I mean, obviously they're never going to do it. They're too busy making their gay indie game now. But I would love to see these guys do, like... Let's get a full recreation of Sonic Crackers while we're at it. What the fuck? Sonic out here in the oil fields. Yeah, and, like, Eggman isn't harvesting all this oil, is he? Like... This just feels like this is just like a place that exists. It's probably disrupting some like union workers on their day. I love these little octopus robots too. I like these guys. They're cool. I think they put them in Sonic Lost World, but Lost World, you'd also have to play Sonic Lost World to encounter them, which, who wants to do that, am I right? Again, I'm not a fan of the big gimmicks they added to this stage in Mania, like the smog, or like how they give you fire shields that set the oil on fire. Clearly Gunn lied to Sonic to get him here to secure the oil. Dubai coded area? Fair enough. Got some, like, some Dalit class employees. Give me them meringues. Woo! Not this time. I like Christian Whitehead. His level design is extremely polished and elaborate, but seems to lack the spark and originality of the OG games. Some of his stuff, well, the thing I like about the old games is the stages are very abstract and weird and like laid out in like borderline nonsensical ways. Like what even, like I said this while we were playing CD, what even is Collision Chaos supposed to be? What is the amazing arena? It makes no fucking sense. But like the stages in Mania have very clear like themes, like Studiopolis. It's a movie studio. Okay, there's no mystery there. There's nothing to unpack there. Mania seemed cool. It's just obviously different. Yes, it's still a good game. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. Although I'm not a fan of recycling. Like the 1/4 of that game that is entirely original content is great. The recycled shit I could take or leave. And I've said this before, but like they put Mighty and Ray in the game, and then it's like, so you have these two characters that like, oh boy, they're back. What are their personalities like? Well, Ray's entire personality is he gives you a thumbs up. That's it. That's all he does. He seems like a tard a bit. Like I really don't like him, and he's like seems out of proportion with the other characters. Like his head seems way too big. Oh, I did that myself. Hate the fact Sega forced them to remake 8 stages instead of making a completely original game. Yeah, it's dumb. It's a bummer. I would have rather just a bunch of original stage themes. It would have been way cooler. That's my biggest beef with Sonic Mania is the amount of just boring. Oh boy, flying battery again. I could just play Sonic and Knuckles. That kind of come down? I guess not. Low-key Ray got the Mario capability. Yeah, it's overpowered. It's less overpowered in Encore mode, but in the main game, it's like, it's broken. He brought these things back in Sonic Superstars for some reason. Sorry, I'm having more coughing because I don't know why. I'm getting the old man cough, which is just like you cough for no reason, for no discernible reason whatsoever. It's great. And my fiance hates it. She's constantly like, could you stop? Yeah, never doubt Sega's ability to have just a bad idea. Like, hey, we got these fan game designers to make a new Sonic game. But you like just to recreate a bunch of old stages instead of making new ones? That's what the fans really want. The heck does Sonic Origins not let you bind the flippin' space button? Well, I'm playing this on the Switch version, but I'm using a 8-bit Do M30 controller, which is modeled to be like a Sega Saturn controller. So I'm perfectly fine over here with this. It's the closest you're going to get to playing it on an actual Genesis with a Nintendo Switch. I also have like the Super Nintendo one, which I used to play Donkey Kong, which is of course inferior to Sonic. A hand-drawn Sonic game would be cool. Yeah, that would be great instead of pixel art. Or the like ugly like 3D Unity character models we got in Superstars that have this completely bereft of sauce. Uh-oh. Woo! Tyson Hess likes to draw his weird little cartoons. Let him do the art design for a Sonic game. It'd be great. Make it look like Wario Land Shake It. That game looked fantastic. And I don't know why they decided Wario, of all characters, will get an entire game with an anime aesthetic, but it was cool. I mean, it was in service to, like, shitty motion controls, but otherwise it was good. It was a good time. Oh man, I don't have enough rangs. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. This boss is actually one of the tougher ones. Wait, I have a shield, so actually, I can survive a hit. Okay, well, I blew it. Very games that just let them do whatever they want. It's surprising that Wario games even get made, because Nintendo just doesn't seem to care about that franchise at all. I mean, the best one is obviously Wario World. We'll never get another game like that. Tails, stop dying. You're annoying me. You must live. I don't really buy any Mario games since they recast. The new guys really notice. Yeah, how do you find the one guy on Earth who can't do a Mario voice? No! Luigi sounds nothing like... Yeah, he sounds terrible. At this point, just have someone do a Lou Albano impression. It would be better. Have Mario's like, hey, paisanos! I will listen to the Sonic Eraser soundtrack after the stream, just because I've never heard it. I'd like to listen to it on my own time. Darn you. Listen to it now. It's peak. We need it. We'll play it as the background music when I inevitably stream Metroid Prime 4 and I have to drive around the big empty desert with no music. Mario should be retconned to be from Newark, New Jersey. If you're looking to just drive Bob Chipman mad, that's a good strategy. We got through Act 2, maybe at the end of the stream. But for now, we gotta power through Sonic 2. Oh, we're up to Metropolis, so we're actually pretty close to the end. I get all my Nintendo opinions from Movie Buff. I wish he would do more fucking gaming videos. He's constantly bitching in his videos now how he has no money and no one watches him. And it's like, bro, like, we want Game Over Thinker. Bring it back. No one cares about the newest fucking movies. Movies are boring. They're stupid and they suck. People want to hear you talk about Nintendo and how perfect it is and how they can do no wrong. And how, like, you love game key cards and you love that the Switch memory cards are incredibly expensive. Like, I want to hear all that shit. I hate these fuckers, these stupid crabs! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woohoo! Alright, now I go Supa. Get me out of here. Legitimately, he just try and steal Jim Sterling's dwindling. He might as well! People would probably watch it because nobody wants to watch Jim Sterling anymore because he's a fucking gross freak. He was always like a degenerate weirdo, but now he's like made that his personality. Let me get those rings. Everyone entered the watch and win sweepstakes became a good member of society. Yeah. Nobody who entered the Sonic Watch and Win sweepstakes has ever done any criminal or sexually deviant activity ever. Or made any weird cringe webcomics. Oops. I get that invincibility power up. I don't know why, like, praying mantises are, like, the most evil, the most devious of Eggman robots. No matter what model of praying mantis robot it is, they're the most powerful. No, I want that rings! Wow, that was a very uneducated way to say that. Wherever I'm going, I don't know. I don't play Sonic 2 often enough to really know my way around Metropolis Zone. Alright, we got the first act. This is the only stage of the game that's 3 acts. So it's really difficult, and it's really long, and on top of that, that's triple the length. What if I find it's combine a famous video game animal, Pikachu, with another famous video game animal, Sonic? That would be pretty original and unique, and you could probably get away with licensing that as an original property. Oops, you died, Tails. Fuck! Sterling, there were always... Yeah, he was talking about polyamory. He had, like, a big, like, dragon dildo on one of his videos before he turned out. Like, the signs were always there. But, like, you know, that was a time period where people would just, like, make, like, edgy, like, gross sex jokes at the time. So it was like, you could have excused it as that. But he literally let it consume him. No! No! Screw this. Thanks for the help, Tails. Why didn't they remake Metropolis Zone in Mania? Would have been more interesting than fucking Chemical Plant. Fuck this, I'm out of here. Yeah, I do miss Jim Sterling. He was a big loss. He's a big loss to the gamer community. It also doesn't help that he got the political brain rot that, like, one-shots anyone who falls into it. Like, once you're, like, obsessed with politics, just close your YouTube channel at that point, because you obviously no longer have any interest in talking about video games, which is what you built your entire career on. They should bring back Sand Hill. Well, they kind of did in Sonic Forces. I don't know if you recall, but Green Hill looked a lot like Sand Hill in that game. What happened in Sonic Forces that Green Hill turned into a desert? I don't understand. The game has like a 3-hour-long plot, and they introduce a lot of things that they don't really bother explaining very well. What the fuck is null space? To be honest, I think there's something that erodes males who sit inside all day. As someone who does that, I'm thinking gym isn't enough. I need to, like, hike. I love hiking. I unfortunately haven't been on one in a minute, but hiking is great. I get, you know, as I've mentioned before, I get out of the house way more than I actually want to. I'm a bit of a social butterfly. I have a lot of people who want to hang out with me, and sometimes I just don't want to go out of the house. It's not fair, man. Why can't I be, like, a shut-in incel neat gamer? Like, why do I have to, like, have friends and shit? Boring. I want to play video games, man. I want to write long, angry diatribes about how the combat in Legacy of Kain Defiance killed me and made me want to die. It's too hellish and hot here to hike. I have to move. Yeah. Well, aren't you in, like, what is it, Florida or is it Texas? I forgot. I'm maybe getting you mixed up with David Stewart, because I know he lives in Texas. Alright, that's Act 2. We got one more. Happens to some otherwise good posters, too. Even with bad things happening, politics shouldn't consume you. It used to be Florida, recently moved to Mississippi. Oh, that's where Jim Sterling lives. You gotta get the fuck out of there. Or, well, he used to live there. He moved back to the UK. Thank God. Thank God we got him out of this country. Liberal communist Sonic versus right-wing Shadow? No, you see, Shadow is evil. So he's the communist. But when he becomes a good guy, he becomes a capitalist. I was born in Mississippi and grew up here, but I'm actively pursuing moving. I mean, I used to hate living in New York, but then I realized I just lived in a particularly shitty part of New York, and it's actually an amazing state. You just have to deal with the state government being the worst. We can't all be Florida. There's no great part of Mississippi I've seen at all. I've been to New Jersey several times, and there's not a single good part of it. Everywhere in New Jersey is ugly and flat, and there's nothing to do. If Julian K didn't keep touring there, I would never go to New Jersey. I wonder if Sterling is still pregnant. Yeah, he's probably pregnant with, like, a gut tumor or something. The hell is this? Platforming? This is a Sonic game, baby. I don't want to do none of that. I'm joking. I actually like when the Sonic games force you to slow down. Uh-oh. Let's go this way. Woo! Damn, it's just a checkpoint. Is it just like The Sopranos? No, but there is a James Gandolfini rest stop. I passed by it the last time I was in New Jersey, and I didn't get the chance to go in. It's weird. Like, I go to New Jersey, and then I'm like, okay, well, maybe while I'm here, I'll look at some of the what's around, and then, like, as soon as I finish the concert, I'm like, I need to get out of this state, and I need to get out of it now. Crew-based team is Team Future from 06. Silver is a race realist. Blaze is a noticer, and Amy wants to get married and have kids. I would love a Sonic Heroes 2. But Sega just doesn't have that kind of sauce in them anymore. They need to take Yuji Naka back. He could make a good 3D Sonic game, like no other. He has lots of good ideas, like what if Sonic had a gun? What if Shadow the Hedgehog was the main character? You get 80 songs and remove the vocals, a lot of them would fit in Sonic CD. If you listen to Rick Astley, like his hits, which are just like Never Gonna Give You Up and Together Forever, the synth in those songs is like identical to the synth on a Sega Genesis cartridge. Oh boy. This is a time sink. The gall of them to leave a 10-minute time limit in these games when you have to do this shit. Someone at Sonic, whoever, Sega Technical Institute, whoever made this one, they were taking their evil pills when they made this stage. Jim Sterling, with normal friends, could have been a normal guy. Yeah, but unfortunately he was friends with game journalists who are not normal and not capable of being normal. They're the worst people in the world. They're barely people. They barely count as human. Yeah, but like, you know, you look back in the day and like Jim Sterling was like, he was very chudly. A lot of these guys are very chudly. He was also like 500 pounds. Yeah, but he was a gamer, so it's like, who cares? Gamers and being morbidly obese go hand in hand. I'm not morbidly obese, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. I personally am not 500 pounds. I hate this level. It's so annoying. Every single bad thing about Sonic 2 is condensed into a single level, and it's called Metropolis Zone Act 3. He should have lost the weight, though. Kind of like I love Sonic 1. Like, apart from like Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, which is annoying and unfair bullshit, it's way cool. It's way more fun. It's got better music. It's just the superior game. I am like, there are parts of Sonic 2 I like, but I'll never understand why Sonic 2 has like really like ardent like fans. Like, Sonic 2 is a classic. I love that one. It's like, it's the worst fucking one. What are you talking about? It's terrible. Just wait till we get to the fucking final stage. We have to deal with those 2 bosses in a row. I don't even think they give you rings. It's just like, what the fuck? Oh, he already threw off his little arms. I have to be careful with this jump. I don't want to jump into him and unroll. No! Fuck. Well, all the enemies are dead, so we just have to very slowly make our way back up. Was this one made in America? It was. And Mark Cerny worked on it, actually. Yuji Naka worked on this one because he like left Japan because he got sick of dealing with Sega of Japan. He was constantly like beefing with higher ups at Sega, which is like, I think, but he was, I don't know, he gave the series so much aura. Yeah, while Naoto Oshima and the Sonic team were working on Sonic CD, Sega Technical Institute was making this game, and it sucks. They also made Comic Zone, which is cool looking, but very badly designed. Alright, let's fight a boss. I just spam this boss. I don't even bother like trying to conserve my rings because it's so annoying. What is the plan here? Look, Sonic, it's me, filled with helium. Don't you want to fill me with helium? Don't you want to put a bike pump in my mouth and blow me up? Comic Zone was super fucking hard. Yeah, because you had to punch through environmental objects to proceed, and it hurts you! I don't think Japanese people really like Sonic. No, but the people involved in making the original Sonic games are very proud of them. Alright, we're at Sky Chase. We're almost there. We're almost at the end of this one. Thankfully. Give me that ring. I want it. They put Supersonic in this game, and then you're not allowed to use them against the final boss. Because they don't give you any fucking rings. New boss has way too more frames of... Wait, which boss in which game? These things look like they're something like out of Mega Man. These don't even look like Sonic enemies. New bosses in this version. Oh, okay. I'm okay with that, like, them touching up the animations or whatever. Sonic 2 needs a lot of touch-ups, to be honest. Fucker. Japanese people may not like Sonic, but most Japanese-feeling Sonic games are the most successful in the West. Yeah, because Japanese games have a certain sauce that Western games don't. I'm not like a weeb or nothing. I like me some anime here and there, but there are just some things that the Japanese do better that Westerners don't do very well. And then there's some things Westerners do better than Japanese people. I finished playing through the entire Soul Reaver series, and I'm like, man, like, we just do Edge Kino the best. Like, I love Shadow the Hedgehog, but, like, you know, we've got, like, Spawn, we've got Ghost Rider, we've got all sorts of cool Western Edge Kino games. And, like, you have, like, Devil May Cry, and it's kind of, like, cheesy and corny and dumb. I prefer the style of the DMC reboot over the original Japanese games, aesthetically. Well, I like the big gothic stuff in Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 1 and 2. 3's big, ugly, brown, shit-colored tower is one of the, like, worst environments in a video game. I don't know why. Like, 3's a great game, but the environments suck. Look at this, like, why am I, like, able to touch these flames? This is so stupid. DMC 4 was kind of goofy. DMC 4 was goofy, but, like I said, like, the very, like, gothic town was very cool. I liked that. And Bayonetta is just, like, an entire game of that cool town from DMC 4. We're going super, baby. I assume they didn't call Scratch Clucker in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog because it sounded like fucker. Uh-oh. Almost got myself killed. Yikes. That's a big yikes from me, my guy. I like that DMC anime. Wish we got another instead of the Netflix rap. I did love the DMC anime. That was very good. Peak 2000s anime slop. It was good stuff. Like I said, I don't hate the Adi Shankar anime. It's just like there are certain things that they get wrong. I mentioned on my last stream that they do nu metal instead of industrial metal, and it's like you completely fucked up the musical style of the franchise. But to be fair, DMC5 already did that because Casey Edwards' music is gay. I don't really know how else to describe it. His music is just kind of cringe. And not in like a so bad it's good kind of way. It's just kind of like this is really gay. I don't want to listen to this. Oh, do I have to jump on this thing? No. Okay, thanks for that, I guess. Sonic gets sucked into a jet turbine and just dies. The end. No! What the fuck was that? I think V got all the anime 5 got all the anime cast in it. Yeah, but they made Morrison black for some reason. For like no reason. It's just like Morrison is a black guy now. Don't think I didn't notice. I was like, oh, they're finally referencing the anime. And it's like, why is he like Morgan Freeman now? What the fuck? Like, what's the point? What was the point of bringing back stuff from the anime if you're gonna like change it? Oh, this stage sucks. It's boring. This music is terrible. This doesn't sound like music from a Sonic game. This sounds like some like shitty like Golden Axe knockoff. Woo! I do like Golden Axe, though. Not to disparage Golden Axe, because this is a great series. Sega should make another Golden Axe game, like Beast Rider. I don't think I ever finished that one. It's a weird ass game. It has a very weird combat system, but I think if you just made like a really like gory action game out of Golden Axe, it could be a hit. Why do you have to join at the worst zone? You joined at the worst game! Oh, they recycle this boss. They love this one. Alright, let's go. Down into the end. Help me out, buddy. I thought you got shot down. Well, duh, that's common knowledge. Nah, man, there's some people who like ride or die for Sonic 2. I don't get it, but they do. That cockpit looks too small for Eggman. How's it going, Captain Little Planet? Good to see you again. Love having the Sonic Chads in the chat. It's a treat. So it's always nice to have my fellow Sonic enjoyers. The fellow-based Sonic enjoyers, not the cringe ones. All right, we're up to the end. I'm more likely to die against Mecha Sonic than the Death Egg robot, so. But you could also beat Mecha Sonic in like 30 seconds if you do it right. No! I told you he's gonna get me. Sorry, my hand's cramping up holding this little controller. Or I think it's like putting my elbows on my desk. It's like I'm cutting off blood flow to my hand. I'd be chatting and chatting. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. No, I went too far behind him. Woo! I think he jumps over you here. Yep. I was supposed to believe that is a different character from Metal Sonic because, yes, it's a completely different character, okay? I have action figures of both of them, and they're very different. He doesn't have a jet engine in his tummy. Worst Metal Sonic design? Alright, we're up to the Death Egg robot. Which for some reason looks totally different in Sonic Generations. And if he's gonna get me, it's gonna be from his, like, rocket hands. That's the one thing that's gonna kill me from this boss. I hit him in his little gunt. Oh, fuck. I like how he just destroys the floor in Sonic 4. Which one has the better This guy doesn't have a personality. This guy looks like he's made out of, like, garbage. Metal is a beta cuck while Mecha goes to the gym. I mean, he gets pretty... If this is the same guy from Sonic 3, then he does get pretty yoked. Which again raises the question of why is Metal Sonic the one that comes back when this guy is like, he's got a hard-on for trying to kill Sonic. 27 seconds. I think that's the best time I ever got killing this fucker. Alright, now we gotta... It always takes me like a couple attempts to like remember the Death Egg Robot's pattern. Now I have a big action figure of this thing, and it's really cool, and I love it. And it's more accurate to this game than Sonic Generations was. So begins the long line of robots Eggman made that just look like himself. Woo! There we go. Oh, I fucked it up. Mecha Sonic literally just fights Sonic one-on-one with no power-ups, unlike autistic Metal Sonic that just wants to race him. True. Every time Metal Sonic comes back, he's like, I gotta... He has like an existential crisis because he's not as cool as Sonic. I've never seen that before. I've never wound up behind him. That's new to me. I'm seeing all sorts of crazy shit in this game that I've never seen before. We saw Hidden Palace, and now that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I beat him in 23 seconds. Metal Sonic's hyperfixation is racist. That's true. We love our autistic little robot, don't we? Why would Eggman build Metal Knuckles, though? Like, Metal Sonic was obviously a failure, so why would you build, like, another robot like him? Dislikes robot. It's true. It's kind of his thing. Like Dr. Cortex's thing is just like turning animals into people for some reason. He doesn't even reach all the way across the room. What a piece of shit. Dr. Cortex is a furry. Yeah, there's no way you'd make Tawna if you weren't. I get it, though. Was Metal Sonic before Mecha Sonic? I think Sonic CD, I think they released in the same year, but Sonic CD came out, like, slightly before Sonic 2. So he was before, Metal Sonic was first. I mean, I guess I can see why Metal Sonic is the one that they stuck around with, because he's kind of like, he's like a sports car, whereas Mecha Sonic is like a muscle car. Much to Evan's chagrin, there's also a Mecha Knuckles and a Metal Knuckles, which are totally different things. Banger of a final... You sure about that, John? It's alright. I don't know if he's my favorite Eggman robot, as far as, like, robots that are just Eggman made a big version of himself. I think the one from Sonic 3 is cooler. The Doomsday robot, I think it's called. How come Professor Gerald never made a Geraldtron robot? Sonic 3 had a really cool final fight. Yeah, it does. Which I didn't see until I was an adult. It's really like tightly designed and hard. This one doesn't feel straight up unfair like this one does, because they make you fight 2 bosses in a row with no rings, which is just like crazy. Don't know why Sonic 3 is the least. I think it's because the levels are fairly linear compared to, but that's a problem Sonic 2 has also. All right, you blew his gunt up. Later, idiot. I'm out of here. The gigantic Eggman robot from 3NK mogs Sonic 2's. Yes, it does. You can't make an action figure out of that, though, because he has his big, goofy fingers. I love that the Death Egg robot keeps trying to kill you with his fat-ass beer belly. He just tries to flop his gunt on you. We did it. I'm sure you guys already know this, but this song is based on like a real like Japanese pop song, but like the artist gave them the license to use a 16-bit version of the game. Somehow they got away with that, but Michael Jackson's music had to be removed for some reason. Like, watch out for that egg gun. Look, it's a bald eagles. Sonic is American. He loves America and capitalism. Am I done it? Yeah, I think we're going to call it after this. I think finishing Sonic 2 is a good endpoint. And then we'll save Sonic 3 and Knuckles for next stream. This game does have a banger credits theme, though. Hayo Nakayama. Yuji Naka U2. He was the chief programmer, so he actually designed the games. Why did Gerald make a big fat lizard go on life? Why did he make the lizard? Why did he, like, mentally program the lizard to shove his giant space nose up its ass when it got the emeralds? Sonic be all about Israel's right to defend itself. There he is! Mark Cerny, the director of the iconic game Knack. What's next? Well, we're tapping out after the credits, but we will be doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles next week. I don't know if I'll do the whole game, because Sonic 3 and Knuckles is actually pretty fucking long. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll start it. We'll do it from scratch. We'll enjoy it. We'll love it. Then Chaotic. Well, the Chaotic stream was just me. Just like I had a little free time, and I was just like, I'm gonna play this just because I feel like it. I've already streamed Knuckles Chaotix in its entirety before. It's just like I love that game, and I think about playing it quite often. We'll probably do 3D Blast after 3 and Knuckles, because I've never streamed that one. I play the Knuckles story too? I might. It might be worth it, because he does have a different ending. Oh my god, they got NG in there. Thank God. A million more yeah, exactly, Evan. The Sonic streams will never end. We live in the million-year Sonic Sunday Reich, and it will be ongoing forever. If we ever, somehow, run out of Sonic content for Sonic Sunday, don't worry. I own a copy of Knight's Journey of Dreams and a copy of Balan Wonderworld. So, we've got things to do. Don't worry. I'm gonna cut that... Bring me the Horizon song, It Never Ends, and make the caption me watching Bennett's never-ending Sonic streams. Sonic stream was promised to my people 3,000 years ago. Exactly. It's the Death Egg. It's crashing into some kind of island in the sky. And look, there's some guy in those bushes over there. Nights makes me vomit. It's not exactly a masterpiece game, but Yuji Naka did work on it, so it's Sonic adjacent. What a baby. Nights was so confusing to me as a teen. It was hard getting used to 3D environments after years of 2D. Yeah, fortunately I started with Crash Bandicoot, which is pretty basic as far as like 3D games go. What the fuck is this? These are just like the added cutscenes they added to Sonic Origins. Wow. Go into a bad neighborhood and immediately get robbed by a black guy. Crazy. I start pounding the ground and crying when I get to Speed Slider again. Understandable. Knuckles, the Guardian of the Master Emerald, is always forsaking his guardian duty in later games, almost like he was supposed to be a one-off character, like Shadow. Hey, he did get his cool spin-off game that Sega doesn't want you to know about. Advance 3 feels like the end of 2000 Sonic before 06 Soft rebooted the series. True. It was a interesting time. You can feel when things kind of taper off with eras of the Sonic games. But alright guys. I start finally kind of crying when I have to watch a Sonic stream, and yet here you are, enjoying it in its entirety, because it's beautiful. Everyone loves Sonic the Hedgehog games. Alright fellas, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you have off of work tomorrow, I hope you enjoy that too. And I'll see you guys Tuesday for more Metroid. Have a good one, everyone.